The world of Fallout was utterly destroyed, and the apocalypse that caused that destruction and its effects was rather complicated. Based on the series of games of the same name, the Fallout TV show follows Ella Purnell's Lucy, a vault dweller exposed to the wasteland for the first time since the apocalypse. The show will also tell a story independent from the games it is based on, with one of the most significant changes being to the Fallout show's timeline. The wasteland it's set in won't be affected, though, but it could use a bit of explanation. Before it was a wasteland, the world of Fallout was a retrofuturistic place that was heavily inspired by the United States in the 1940s and 50s. While there was a massive war being waged overseas, life within the country was relatively idealistic, and people used nuclear power for all their electrical needs. Not everything was perfect, though, as the very thing that brought the world prosperity, uranium, also led to its demise. Through a series of devastating wars, the world ended and Fallout's wasteland began. Fallout's apocalypse was caused by the Great War. Nuclear technology decimated the United States. A nuclear bomb detonating over Los Angeles in the trailer for the Fallout show. The nuclear fallout and destruction in Fallout was caused by the Great War, which was preceded by the Sino-American War between the United States and China. The United States and China fought the Sino-American War over natural resources like petroleum and uranium. In that war, China invaded Alaska in search of energy resources, and the United States annexed Canada to defend the land. The Sino-American War also featured some of the most advanced weaponry the world had ever seen, such as Fallout's power armor, so both sides were very evenly matched. The Great War grew out of the Sino-American War, though it lasted a fraction of the time. The Sino-American War dragged on so long and had reached such a vicious stalemate that China decided to order a preemptive strike. After a decade of fighting, China launched their entire nuclear arsenal, and the United States retaliated in kind, destroying the entire world in the process. After just 2 hours since its start, the Great War had ended, and the world had been replaced by the wasteland. Even countries who were not directly involved in the Sino-American War were destroyed, as nuclear fallout spread across the entire planet. Fallout's apocalypse timeline explained. Fallout is set 219 years after the Great War. The bombs that destroyed America, and most of the world, were detonated on October 23, 2077, but the events of the games and show wouldn't take place until over a century later. Since the Fallout show will take place in the same timeline as the games, Lucy's journey will likely be about 200 years after the initial nuclear apocalypse. There is quite a bit of variation in the game's timelines, though, as the earliest game, Fallout 76, took place just 25 years after the Great War, while the latest, Fallout 4, took place 210 years after the bombs were dropped.